Hello there, only one Kenobi here, only one. Yeah, I'm impressed with this. As you saw in fast forward, I've only just opened it. I've done that with a couple of figures now. It's funny as well that I had two only, and the one I've opened was the one I thought I was keeping carded. But I've just meticulously gone over each card and I found, look at that, it's got a bit of a humdinger on there, look at that. Crease on the back there, so that's the one I've actually opened. But apart from that, they were both pristine, not a blemish on the bubble, and the cards were great on the front. But I'm glad I spotted that one. You know what I mean? I would have hated to have opened the one that didn't have any blemishes on it. So this is the first time, excuse me, sorry, there you go. This is the first time I have seen this figure, which we have had before, and there it is. I thought I'd bring it along. The Death Star gunner from Rogue One. Back then, I didn't really sort of have any urgency to open or have a Death Star gunner because back then I only had a carded collection. All my loose figures were packed away. This is the only Death Star gunner I've ever had, and sadly, I mean, look at him. Or her. Never assume the gender of the Death Star gunner. You can't see who's in there. But that is a classic example of a Power of the Force 2 that doesn't work. It's definitely got that bulk. Look at it. That's a steroid figure. And also the head's quite big, isn't it? Maybe not accurately scaled. But do you know what? I wasn't sure what to expect from the figure. As is always the case, sometimes... Should we go and have a look at it carded first? You can never really tell what a figure has to offer when it's in a bubble. And once you just release it and let it stand freely, then you can sort of see it. Well, as obviously you can see there's a massive difference in scale if I put it side by side with this. It's like Gigantism, the guy on the left. But huge helmet that. But although one could argue it looks kind of big there, doesn't it? Look at him. I always thought these things, I'm going to say, I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. I thought these guys were aliens. When I saw them in A New Hope, I never saw them as being human. I thought they were some kind of little mole men, and they had helmets on because they do. Look at them; they look really short and weird, man. I never felt that there was a human inside, whereas stormtroopers you did, but these guys not. Like little mole men. But I've got to shoot him now. This definitely looks like there's a guy or whoever inside that outfit, and that helmet is obviously there for, you know, reduce the blast effects, brightness, flashes, whatever, I guess. I've never really thought too hard about them, but the classic, aren't they, really? It's just quite funny that, number one, I didn't realise this was a 96 figure, and the fact that it was on a Return of the Jedi card back. And by the way, incidentally, these do go very well on the, with all these there, see, I've taken them off the wall. They're all Tydirium hanger figures, those, aren't they? Got Vader there, and you've got these Royal Guards, and he goes really nicely next to them. But yeah, it's just a shame that we never had it on a New Hope card, because I always associate these guys with a New Hope. You did get it in Rogue One, and you saw them in Rogue One, and I loved Rogue One because it totally supplemented the original trilogy, especially A New Hope. But yeah, no, so anyway, I'm glad to have one loose finally, and I dare say I might retire this guy now. I've no need for him. Or I might put him inside a vehicle or something like that. Like I might put him inside my shuttle or something. I don't know. What's pack it away. But that's great. In fact, seeing how good it is, it would be rude not to maybe get another one, really. So I'll see what I can snag. But to have two would be good. Any more than that, not really. It depends what kind of collector you are. People like Imperial Communicate Anthony, they have tons of the same figure. Big Imperial collectors will want a lot of this guy together, as is seen in the Tydirium hanger. But look at this angle here. Great. Imperial cog, fantastic. Just lost the focus, which is a bit frustrating. The antenna is really good. I thought it would be bent or something, but no, that's really nice. I like that. Love the chest plate, really good. Good stance, nice figure. Really impressed with it. Peg holes, not so deep, I'm afraid. Well, I've seen worse. They're not that bad, but I tried to put him on two pegs, but he doesn't warrant a wide stance. And that might be because he doesn't have ball joint hips. I don't know. Or does he? No, I think he does. But still, it was a bit too action pose on two pegs. It didn't work. So let's go back to this. I was filming him in the bubble. Give you a proper look at it, and then I'll show you the image on the card back. But again, I never associated these guys with the Return of the Jedi, really. And I just don't remember this figure and card back in the day. I certainly never owned it. Maybe it was so rare that not many people did in the UK, I don't know, but still, there he is in the Tydirium hangar. I remember seeing loads of Scout Troopers and definitely loads of Stormtroopers in that hangar, as well as the Red Guard and the Emperor and Gerard and others. But this fella, no, I assume he was there, but he probably had a long shot or something. But yeah, it's a great figure. Really happy with that. Really good. There's not much more I can say other than I do have 2 of VC147, and hence why I never opened him. But because my 2 that I have are, yeah, the 2 variants. I've got the US and the UK, or European, if you want to call it that. So the one with the multi-language as well. But yeah, that's all I can really say. Let me know your thoughts on this guy. Glad they brought him back. Another opportunity to get hold of him. And a lovely, lovely looking figure, that. I haven't done much with his articulation, but he will have full articulation. Let's have a look and see. Look at that lovely loose ball joint there. Oh, look, he's got the pigeon head. Look at that. Back and forth you can do if you really want. And yeah, he's got ball joints there. Let me see if I can get him on 2 pegs. You see, you can cock it so that, like that. Hang on. Yeah, oh, actually, there's quite deep peg holes, that. Yeah, it does work. That's good. Look at that. Double pegger. Nice. Anyway, again, thank you for watching. I have been only one Kenobi. Only one. Out.